Hello everyone, myself Dr. Rajesh Zavade, Assistant Professor, DG College of Commerce, Satara. Dear students, today we will be discussing about Business Regulatory Framework Paper 1. So, as you know that in the MCQ exam, we need to be very precise, and for that purpose, I want to give you some no study material. Here are some important questions for practice, and in the exam there may be questions like this. So here, suppose if we are talking about question number 1, the Indian Contract Act came into force on dash dash. So here may be four options. So in these four options you need to choose correct answer. So option number B, which I have already given, but in the exam you need to think over there. So there may be four options. There may be like this, no? D option may be first or A option may be third. So there may be anything, but what we need to apply our mind, and proper answer we need to select, correct answer we need to select, and then it should be click, or you should choose the answer, then only you will get mark, otherwise you will not. All these questions which I am discussing in this particular lectures are only for the practice. There may be other questions also which you have to do your own self study. So, next question. Dash of the Indian Contract Act defines contract as an agreement which is enforceable by law. So here are again four options. So if we are talking about the contract and the agreement, so section 2H, which is very important. So according to section 2H, we defines contract as an agreement which is enforceable by law. So you need to choose section 2 subclause H. Next is contract should be always for lawful object and lawful consideration. So option number B is the correct answer. In the next question, suppose the question is like this: dash should be competent to contract under Indian Contract Act. So here you know that in the contract minimum parties are two. So you have to choose correct answer, that is option number A. Both the parties, that means two parties, both the parties should be competent to contract under Indian Contract Act. And here are examples like this of the contracts or the kinds of contract. So if the person is giving his consent in writing, then there may be a express contract. Then when the agreements becomes a contract, so as we have discussed in our lecture, that if there are these ingredients present in the agreement, then only that agreement will be treated as a contract. And that's why all agreements are contract if they are made by the free consent of the parties, competent to contract, for lawful consideration and with the lawful object, and this contract is not expressly declared to be void. So all these ingredients, essential ingredients, are present in the agreement, then only it will be treated as a contract. So you need to choose option number D. As you know that age of the minor person is below 18 years. So you have to choose option number A. Here is one case, there may be a case or there may not be, but I am teaching you here. So here is one case, Mohri Bibi vs. Dharamdas Ghosh. In this case, it is declared by the court that suppose a person is making a contract with a minor person, then that will be held or treated as a void, because contract with minor person, the capability and the capacity of the minor is not in such a condition that he will deal with the matter in the contract properly, because his maturity level, his understanding level will not be a same like a major person or adult person, and that's why contract with the minor persons are treated as a void. You have to choose option number A. So you have to also study about section 10 and all these ingredient, then only that will be a contract. Here if we are talking about free consent, when that is a free consent itself tells us that consent should be free. Suppose if that consent is received or obtained by using fraud, coercion or undue influence, misrepresentation and mistake, then that consent is not a free consent. So here you have to choose option number C. So these are the some examples of MCQ questions and you have to choose the correct answer. These are the only questions for the practice. You need to do more study. You have to study according to our syllabus and you try to understand the basic concept, their definition, their role. You have to also study general contract and special contract. So there is bailment also, agency also. You have to also study about the provision of sale of good act. Yes, then guarantee. Yes, contract of sale. So all these are present over here. So these are the examples and the questions for your practice. So here we will stop. Thank you one and all.